Hi, I'm Mark and this is Foothill Paint Fabrication. Today we got a follow-up video on the Ford tractor, the mystery tractor. The serial number on it's Diamond 32588 Diamond with a 641 above it. So the 641's a model, and then the 32588 with a diamond on each side is the serial number. And the information I got off the internet reading through was that it's a 55 600 series. I got a message, a comment, and then it's since been deleted, that it was a 58 Bushmaster 600 series. So I'm not quite sure, so if you Ford experts out there, give me a hand. I don't really need to know, but my buddy in Idaho that owns a tractor that would be ultimately refurbishing this thing, he should know, so he can order the right parts, or at least try to find the right parts. Anyways, today we're gonna try to get that clutch broke loose. If you saw the other video, you know we got it running, got the hydraulics working, but the clutch disc is frozen to the pressure plate and the flywheel. So I'm going to go ahead and air up the tire, adjust the clutch so it gets a little more pull, and then clamp that, and then get my tractor out here and jerk this thing around a little bit, see if we can get that clutch disc to pop loose. So let's go ahead and get to work. All right, I'm gonna get some air in this tire, but I don't know if you guys can see that. But this thing has had multiple welds and repairs on this add-on bucket. It's got that kind of stuff all over it, where it probably kept breaking from being overloaded or overworked, and they just kept adding parts to it. So this thing's had a little rough life, it looks like. Got a lot of work, obviously. So let's get some air in that tire and then get that clutch adjusted. Okay, the plan is, there's not much throw on this right now. I only got, that much. So I'm gonna go ahead and, it looks like this has been adjusted back, but we've got about 1/8 of an inch more we can get out of it. So I'm gonna pull the pin out, get this cotter pin out of here, or nail, or whatever they got. We'll thread the clevis back and then stick it back together. And that should give us a little bit more throw on this thing, so we'll knock that out real quick here. Alright, let's see if we can get a turn on this clevis, hopefully, or two. Pretty rusty there. Got a lot of grease and dirt up in there. Last thing I want to do is break an ear off this clevis. Just looking at the back of my head, I keep sticking it in the way, don't I? This add-on bucket sure is nice to use, I'm sure, but it's a pain in the butt to work around. Alright, we're gonna call that good right there. Probably get a little bit more, but that's better than what we had. This pin back in there. Yeah, we got a little bit more throw now. Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright, so the idea is I'm going to pull this down and put a C-clamp or a vice grip clamp and hold that the clutch disengaged. Stick it in maybe, I don't know, second gear. Or first gear, and then just back the other tractor up and give it a couple of good yanks and see if this thing breaks free. I should be able to tell, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, here's the setup. Got the clutch adjusted tighter and got a vice grip holding it down. I'll put it in first gear, I think. Hopefully the compression of the engine will hold back against the clutch disc, and the transmission, it'll snap and it'll break it loose. Got it chained to this add-on bucket brace thing here. It goes all the way back to the rear end where it's attached, so I think that should be strong enough. Hopefully I don't yank the whole thing out from underneath it. And then I run over to my tractor, and that chain right there is a little small that wraps around the pin on the hitch. So we may snap that in two. I may have to think of something else, but we're gonna give that a shot first. So let me back the camera up and see what happens. Yeah, she don't want to go into first. See if we can rock it a little bit, get her to go in first. All right, I'll take whatever gear I can get at the moment. That's fourth, I think. As long as it ain't reverse. All right, that's third. Well, don't want to go into, all right, well, maybe if we bump it a little bit, it'll go into first. Give a little tug on that. Now, I can't start because obviously it doesn't have a battery. So if the engine turns over, it's no risk of running away. Away? And we get Jake, Mr. Helper here, out of the way. Away! Gonna get run over. Jacob, away! Well, either we were spinning the motor or it broke free. Let's try first gear. Still doesn't want to go to first. Boy, I didn't like first or second. That's not good. All right, we're gonna go to third. We were in fourth that time. Let's try third. Well, it rolled back, which I don't think it would have done. Not really strong enough to move it by myself and see if the fan's turning. See if we can get it first gear. Boy, it does not want to go into first gear. Oh, wait, go on, go on. I think I might have got it in first gear. It doesn't really like it though. Let's give it a little tug and see what happens. Turn the steering wheel straighter. Lay down, stay there. Doing this by myself is a little tougher. I think it might have broke loose. Yeah, it's in first gear. Now I don't want to come out. Well, let's get the jumper cables on it. See what happens. Okay, we got the clutch still clamped. We're in first gear still. I don't know that I can get it out of first gear right now. So what I'm gonna do, I got the cables hooked to my tractor, and I'm gonna bump the starter, and if this thing lurches with the clutch engaged, then it didn't break loose. But if it doesn't move, then I got a good feeling that we got that clutch disc broke loose. So let's give it a shot here. Woo. All right, it didn't move. Let's disengage the clutch and see if it moves. Woo! All right. Okay, we got the clutch disengaged, thankfully. Boy, that's a big relief. Didn't want my buddy to have to split this thing in two. Hopefully that clutch is in good enough condition that he never has to do that. He's got a lot of work to do on this thing besides that. Well, let's get a battery or something rigged up on this thing, get it running. Obviously I can't drive it around attached to my tractor, so I either pull the battery out of my tractor and kind of slide it on this one, or pull the one out of my boat. I don't know which one I'll do. Maybe this one, it's right here. So let's get a battery on it, get it running, and see if we can drive this thing around. Okay, I got it running. That battery right there is the battery off my lawnmower. Now, I didn't use it to start it, I just used it to, I'm firing the coil with it, that's it. I used my tractor to start it. So, and I don't want to come out of first gear, so I got the clutch clamped down again. So let's see if this thing's going to move for us. Woo! Here we go. You don't want to come out of first gear though. That's not good. Well, can't back up. I'm screwed here. Box is off the ground. There we go. Well, the training needs work for sure, but we got it to move. Woohoo! It's a little jumpy. Clutch is a little grabby. Well, she moves. It ain't pretty, but it moves. So that transmission has got problems. Let's see if we can't force this thing out of gear. It was really tough to get into gear, but I did it without as much force as I'm putting on it to try to get it out of gear. So I don't know what to do really. I mean, he can pull it up on the trailer like this, that's for sure. But I'd like to be able to back it up, get it back over there. Otherwise I got to drive all the way in the pasture, turn around and come back. All right. Let me put some force on this thing, see if we can't get it out of gear. All right, I got it out of gear. I took a 2x4, prying up against the dash here a little bit and bumping it. It popped out. So obviously it's been sitting 10-15 years. There could be some moisture in there, some rust, I don't know. My buddy's gonna have to take this top cover off for sure and at least dig around in there and see how the selector arms and everything are looking. All right, we're gonna fire it up again. Got my tractor up against it. Let's fire up the coil. All right, we got heat on the coil. Let's spin this thing. The gear. Tell you what, it starts up pretty easy. All right, let's see if we can make it move. Try reverse. Woo! Whoa! Lower this bucket down here a little bit. Well, the bucket don't want to go down. That's all right. We'll drive it around with. It goes into first a lot easier now. See if she comes out. Oh yeah. Turn this thing around. Look at that thing. Ready to push some snow in Idaho. All right, we got the clutch disc broke loose. Pretty happy about that. Got it in and out of gear without having to use a 2x4 to pry it out of first gear, so that's good too. The front bucket doesn't want to go down, but that's not that big a deal. As long as it's up so we can get it up on the trailer, we can always bleed off the hydraulics to lower it down to transport it. So it moves forward and reverse, drove it around. That left front tire or right front tire doesn't hold air, so I'll block that back up. But hey, it's a win all the way around. Smokes a little bit. Rings are probably worn out. Cylinders are probably, you know, it's been sitting a long time, so maybe they'll loosen up and seal up, but who knows. But I'll take it as a win all the way around. For you Ford tractor experts out there, Diamond 32588 Diamond. The research I found, like I said earlier, was a 55. I heard it was a 58 Bushmaster from someone else. So I'd love to know for sure so I can relay it to my friend in Idaho. And as far as Eric goes in Idaho, give me a call. Let's arrange to get a trailer over here, get this thing over to you so you can start working on it. Thanks for joining me here at Foothill Paint Fabrication. Don't forget to the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you.